Scorpio, welcome to your session. In this session, Scorpio, we're going to see what you're clinging on to. All I ask of you, Scorpio, is that you do not force any of the channel messages. This is a general reading, Scorpio. All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. And just a FYI, Scorpio, my water sign, we do have the SGL Tarot Podcast. On the SGL Tarot Podcast, Scorpio, there you will find your individual zodiac sign readings as well as your collective readings. It's just like YouTube. The only difference is the SGL Tarot Podcast, it is audio and no visuals. All of the visuals where you want to see your spread will be here on YouTube. Okay. But if you don't resonate with any of the readings that are here on the YouTube channel, you can click the SGL Tarot podcast handle or one of the links in the description box, and it will navigate you over to the SGL Tarot podcast, and you can check out those readings there. You're not obligated, Scorpio. I'm just letting you know what is available to you, and does not cost you anything. What else? Make sure that you subscribe here to the YouTube and follow the SGL Tarot Podcast channel as well. We do have an IG. I am not as active on IG due to scheduling, but definitely follow so that you're notified when I do post on Instagram. I don't have a direct message for you, Scorpio. Today was a hot day and it's just now cooling down. And so if you can hear my fan in the background, I can't apologize. In order for me to stay cool, I need the fan going. So if you're sensitive to background sound, just go ahead and go back into Tarot Land and find a reader that works for you right now. And if you return, I do have an open door policy, Scorpio. I don't want to make it feel like I'm pushing you away, but I don't want you to feel like you have to tolerate anything that you should not have to. I want you to get um, in the habit of, if you don't like something or if you don't want to do something, don't do it. Don't like it. Don't force yourself onto or into or accepting things that are not of your liking. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started and see what messages come out for you in Scorpio. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading for Scorpio to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding. Thank you. These two are pulling towards me. I just want to see what this is. You have value in past life. Yeah, I need you to get back to, there was a moment. Now, past life means you've been here before. Okay. And that's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing here, there was in the past, okay, there was a time where you didn't second guess yourself. There was a time where you didn't feel obligated. There was a time where you boldly spoke up for yourself. That you made your own choices without any obligation. And it just feels like whatever transpired from that moment to now, it feels like, the first impression, whatever first impression was demonstrated, it seems like some type of error happened in the past where your first impression was disregarded, and whatever error or whatever occurred became the overall impression. and you haven't been able to reclaim, you fill in the blank of what this is, reclaim your grounds, reclaiming your value. Focus on the things of value. And that's what I was saying, Scorpio, when it comes to, like, for instance, how I was saying the fan is going on in the background and you could be sensitive to extra noise. And that's just something of not of your liking. Don't tolerate something that's not of your liking. People, places, or things. It doesn't feel like settling. It just feels like get in the habit of sticking to your guns. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like get back to the old self of you. Just don't forget who you are. That's what I'm seeing, Scorpio. Okay. So when it comes to what you're clinging on to, the message that I see as a side note is you're trying to find some type of answer or some type of instruction. And it's just don't forget who you are and move forward. You know, we have bumps in the roads. We make mistakes. Sometimes we don't get it. And when I say we don't get it, however your outcome, your expectation of your outcome for your day or your night or your evening or your month, it just feels like if you didn't meet the criteria the outcome you're looking for, try again. It doesn't devalue you. Just don't forget who you are. Don't make yourself feel obligated. If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, then it's a yes. If it's a maybe, keep it to yourself. If you're undecided, keep it to yourself. Don't, you're Scorpio. You're clinging on to what used to, what the used to have, the used to. Don't forget who you are and move forward and let's start anew. Okay. What other messages do you have for? Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this hurts so bad right here. I had a couple of days ago a serving of 4 oysters in the shell, and I had them shock them for me, but they were alive. I still had to finish opening them, and one of the oyster shells literally sacrifice. Literally, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, but it is deep, and it's like, oh, I put a band-aid on there, and unfortunately it just brings attention to it. So if you see me kind of stumbling with the cards, don't take it personal. Please, Scorpio, don't take it personal. It's just I have to be easy with this card stock. You have true love and marriage here. Okay. For some of you Scorpios, you're clinging on your wants and your desires. Okay. The other half of my Scorpios in the collective, yes, you are in a higher level of commitment and you're just now getting into the groove of the person that you do not like. And now you're realizing, after saying I do, this is your person. You've been questioning, like, do you want to go the long haul? And you're having a moment, or you will have a moment. You're clinging on to the moment of, is this my person? Once you release that, the connection with your other half won't be so complicated. Now, the other half of my Scorpios in the collective, you are desiring a higher level of commitment. All right. And I do see that some of you are already practicing a higher level of commitment, but there is no contract. I don't think common law exists anymore. I'm not for sure. I don't think it exists in California. I don't think it is accepted are considered in California anymore. I'm sure there's other states that still acknowledge common law. Mm-mm. Let go, feelings, rekindle, universe. Now, in regards to those of you who are married, are in a higher level of commitment, which is still marriage, but those of you who um, are in a connection and you act as if you're married, you realize once you let go of the expectation of the connection, you start experiencing what it is that you were desiring out of the connection. So it just feels like the bump in the road in a higher level of commitment is resolved once you're able to let go of the expectations of what you think a true love is and how you perceive and presume how a marriage or a higher level of commitment of two people should operate in a connection. For those of you who are single, all right, um, I'm just going to be direct and straightforward to you. Don't settle, because on a side note here, with value and past lives, you forgot who you are. And don't think that a relationship is going to validate like the importance of you. Like, for instance, say a person has status, a level of status. Don't think that because you're um, in connection with this person that it's going to be a life changing situation. Probably for the moment, but that fades. It's like purchasing a new car, right? You get the attention, then after a while that settles. And so once that fades, you're looking for something else of possession to get that same adrenaline. And so you don't want to lose yourself. You need to first focus on who you are and never forget that. Okay. For those of you who are single and you're not dealing with anyone, do you know what kind of true love you are looking for? Yes, true love is the overall subject, but the experience of true love and what kind of true love you are looking for, Scorpio. So don't cling on to the fantasies. Okay. Be more realistic. All right. Because some of you may realize that you're not ready for marriage. But those of you who are married, you and your spouse do not get along. And it just feels like once you let go of what marriage is supposed to be, and once you let go of what true love is, everything starts meshing. Everything starts feeling good. You get to be yourself. They get to be your spouse gets to be themselves. Everyone is good. The rekindling, the sparks, boom. Yes, fire energy. Now that's the glow. All right, moving forward. Let's see what else. And why am I talking like, why do my allergies are starting to come in? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm sounding different. All right. What other messages do you have for my Scorpios in the collective, please? My water signs. What other messages do you have for Scorpio? All right. What other messages do you have for Scorpio? Judgment. Libra's here. Libra's in here. Libra's in the house. This Scorpio. Don't project your emotions onto people, because when you do that, people judge you. People um mimic how you feel. So if you're upset, you get I don't think you realize how powerful you are. And this is what I'm seeing in the judgment. It's like, say you're upset, right? Throughout the day, you will experience people triggering you, and you are the ones you become upset, right? But technically, you're trying to project being upset onto other people. It's like other people are supposed to be upset, but instead you are pulled the magnet of being upset is pulling in people to operate to make you upset. And so with this judgment here, you're being asked to stop clinging on to your shadow energy. You need to lighten up. Okay. No one can read your mind, Scorpio. And when it comes to your emotions, don't allow your emotions to control you. Because just because you're not in the mood, it messes up everyone else's mood. And that's not fair. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you walk into a room or into a house and everyone's laughing and having a good time. And if you walk in upset, now everyone has gravitated towards you, and now you are controlling the room. But then when you leave, now everyone's happy again. The relief is being released. And so, Scorpio, I don't think you realize how much power you possess and how impactful you are. And I'm not trying to blast you out or anything. I want you to work on your shadow energy. If you're upset, maybe stay to yourself until you resolve why you're upset. Okay. Your shadow energy is not contagious. All right. It draws attention, and the way that it's impactful, it's very low vibrational. And I don't owe you my happiness because you're upset, Scorpio. So work on your shadow energy, Scorpio. Okay. You're clinging on the need of some type of attention, and you get the attention, but it's not the attention that you're seeking. It's making you more upset. So you need to get to the bottom of why do you get upset and why do you hold on to being upset? You're missing out on a lot of good moments. Okay. You're missing a lot of markers of good points of memory than being upset. Clarify this judgment, please. Give me advice for this. Doubt. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. So with that being said, you're upset because you want it your way or the highway. And unfortunately, the wheel is churning. And as the wheel churns, you can improve, work on that shadow energy, or you can push everyone out of your story. And you can be in your storyline all by yourself. So it just looks like you're putting your own self on timeout, Scorpio. And when you're done being on timeout, when you're done doubting yourself, pretty much I just see you being hard on yourself. Yeah. Guilt here. It's at the bottom of the deck, and surrender. So you have some inner work that needs to be done. It's a you problem right now. And I'm talking to the Scorpios where it's a you problem. Okay. This is a whole new message. You mean well with empathy, but it's a you problem, and you need to work on your shadow energy. We all have those moments. You have every right to be upset. You have every right to be grumpy. You have every right to whatever. You fill in the blank of getting to the root of your shadow energy. Okay. But promise me, Scorpio, moving forward, when you have those moments, that you don't project that shadow energy onto anyone else, because that is robbing, a marker of a good moment. That's not fair at all. And if you can accept that you're a work in progress, when you have those moments, just tell yourself, like, no, we're not. Tell your shadow energy to behave. Shadow energy, you're not going to interrupt my good time. Now is not the time. I'm not dealing with you, shadow energy. Command your shadow self to be still. If you have negative thoughts, these are not my thoughts. Okay. be in control over your mind, body, and soul. All right. When it comes to empathy, it says I open to seeing both sides of the situation. So when you acknowledge that you don't owe anyone an explanation in regards to being a work in progress, you're going to be okay. When you have success here, you will be okay. You will be more accepting. You know what I mean? If you have a BR face, what is it? B, I don't want to curse, a BRF. If you have a BRF, just tell people, hey, you know what? Don't pay attention to my facial expression. I forget sometimes. I'm working on it. I'm just passing on, because I have that sometimes too, and sometimes I could be unapproachable, and I'm sweet as a button, right? Until you press that button, and then I gotta confirm to you why I have a BRF. But for the most part, communication is good too. And you will be successful at that, my love. Okay, Scorpio, that was that spread. Let's move forward. Give me an IM message for this spread. For Scorpio being willing to work on their shadow self when they're needed. Wisdom, something that you already know. You already know the errors of you. Don't nobody need to tell you about you. Got it. It says, God has a plan for me. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks of all of my efforts. So again, work in progress. A lot of people don't understand, Scorpio, that having wisdom is not all fun and games at times. Sometimes wisdom could put us in positions to be upset. Sometimes wisdom could make us irritated. Sometimes wisdom can allow us to become, you know, difficult people. The knowing of wisdom and having that's sometimes the weight of my heart could be a lot. All right. Okay. What other message do you have for Scorpio? Whatever you desire is what I heard. Whatever you desire, Scorpio. I know that first spread talked about you not forgetting who you are. What other message for Scorpio? Let's see. All right, Scorpio, you have forgiveness. Nice. So, this is confirmation you will be successful at taming your shadow energy. You will take back control of your mind, body, and soul. You will tame those negative thoughts that are not yours. All right. Whenever you're ready to forgive yourself, you'll be ready. Okay. And you could do it now. Self, I forgive myself. Self, I forgive myself. You can even say your name. I'll do it with you. SGL, I forgive you. You don't have to go into details. Just forgive self and move on. Just move on. My remaining Scorpios in the collective. What you're clinging on to is the apology that is way overdue. Release that apology. Forgive the person or people. Forgive life for not showing up the way you want life to show up for you. Forgive people who are not showing up for you the way you want them to. All right. Remember, true love and marriage came out. Your expectation of commitment and your expectation of love. You have to know that what's the definition of it. And I'm not talking about, the generic version of it. Forgiveness, perfect timing. You'll forgive you will get over the apology that's way overdue, that's owed to you, once you forgive yourself for waiting for the apology that was way overdue. All right, so let's move on. Scorpio, give me a direct transformation message for Scorpio, please. Give me a direct message for Scorpio. All right, your thing's coming out in twos. Is that two? All right. Scorpio, I need you to control your shadow self, because we have 4 cards on the table and this is really center focused on you. You're clinging on to everything outside of you, and you need to get in control of self. Okay? All right. You have embraced the moment in relationships. This is confirmation of markings, markings of time and space. When it comes to relationships, embrace them. Don't try to control the way the relationship is supposed to operate. All right. It sounds cliche to say allow your relationships to unfold naturally, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Scorpio, if your relationships are allowing you to be, you have to allow the opposite of you have to allow the other end to be as well. It has to go both ways. You have inspire and passion, have fun. You need to get back to yourself again. And you're a work in progress, so you need to ground yourself. Okay? You need to ground yourself. You seek love and desire. But the first step is forgiving yourself. Embrace who you are. Don't alter who you are. Embrace who you are. Because I don't want you to be consumed by this fire energy. And when it comes to relationships, be kind to yourself with whether if you don't know what kind of relationship you seek, because it's very generic when someone says, I want someone to love me, I want someone to understand, I want someone to care for me, I want someone to okay, but what kind of love do you want? Is it unconditional love, that if today you're not yourself, those relationships will still show up for you, allowing you to be? So it's going to take some time, but in the meantime, Scorpio, when it comes to embracing the moment, embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. Okay? You're not the same person you were yesterday, Scorpio. Okay? With that wisdom that came out, this means you're maturing. You're maturing, which is good. Okay? All right. What other messages do you have for Scorpio? Change is good. I'm too afraid to talk to you. I think we should slow down. Yeah, nah. If I asked you to stay, would you leave? Whoever this is, they've always people have come in and out of this person's life. This is a pinnacle. This is a big new beginning. I want a fresh start with you. Confirmation. Let's go ahead and put these together. I never imagined perfection. There's confirmation of the work in progress. There is someone else. I'm in so much pain. All right. Scorpio, you need to tame your shadow energy. Okay. Because your shadow energy does not want you to change. Your higher self, your shadow energy and your higher self don't get along. You know how the devil's on one shoulder and the angels on the other side of the shoulder? That's why they're separated, because they don't get along, but every now and then they negotiate and come together and they work together sometimes. And then there's the balance. You're tottering yourself, Scorpio. You feel more comfortable operating in your shadow energy than your light. And your higher self has accepted that you've chosen your shadow self. And so it just feels like one moment you're hot, one moment you're cold. And what it is you're clinging on to is your shadow self. It's your comfort zone. And every now and then you lie to your higher self and you're saying, yeah, okay, I'm ready to make a change. I'm going to make this change. And then as you start the process of change, you go back to the old version of you. But there is this determination of a new version of you. Now, this is for, I'm talking to my Scorpios in regards to self, your shadow and your higher self, your darkness and your light. Okay. Now, when it comes down to relationships, Scorpio, you are clinging on to the third party. And you keep telling the third party that you guys are going to have a level of commitment. But once your primary person gets themselves in order, you go back to them. And then when they make you upset, then you start entertaining the third party. And it just feels like the third party is gullible. And the only time you entertain a third party is when you can't tolerate your primary. What is the outcome of my Scorpios that are playing with a third party? Because that's what that is. I feel I'm just gonna call it what it is. You're not gonna have a high level of commitment with the third party, but the third party is gullible. The third party makes themselves available to you whenever you need. And your primary, your main one, when they upset you, you start entertaining the third party. What is the outcome? So what I see here is that you're clinging on to someone who's gullible. Your family won't like me. Okay, so this could be interracial connection. The third party, if the third party's family were all about, out of your race type thing, you would be with the third party. But what I don't like here is that it ain't what I don't like. Tell me more. I am coming. I am coming. Trust. See. So, Scorpio, you are already in a committed relationship. You are entertaining a third party. And the only reason why you entertain a third party is because they're gullible and they really like you. But unfortunately, the reason why you're not committed to the third party is because their family doesn't believe in interracial dating, interracial commitment. You're not accepted by this person's family due to the fact that you guys are different races. All right. Um, it looks like the third party would sacrifice their own family to be with you, Scorpio. But you're not going to sacrifice your level of commitment with this person. It's just, this is just the pattern. When your main person gets on your nerves, you entertain the third party. What's the overall outcome? What does that say? Will you choose me? Listen, you better make up your mind, Scorpio. What do you want? Are you going to make both parties know about each other and see if you can resolve and everyone be on one accord? Or are you going to um, decide? Who do you want? Do you want the person that gets on your nerve? Because in the beginning of your session, it talked about when it came about true love and marriage. Once you release the control of how the connection should be, everything's going to start falling into place. Once you stop trying to control your person, everything will start coming. Everything, true love will rekindle in the relationship, and you won't be running into this third party. But it just looks like this time around, if you go back to the third party, this third party is going to sacrifice their family. And I'm not saying anyone being unalived. I'm saying this person is willing to go elope with you and not care about how the family feels when the family does not believe in interracial marriage or interracial dating. They're willing to say, hey, I choose you, Scorpio. Are you going to choose me? And it feels like they're going to take the leap of faith. But are you going to choose this person? Or are you going to choose the person you're already with? Because if you choose the person that you're already with, it feels like the next connection, if it has the next time you communicate with this third party, it feels like action has already taken place where they've said what they've said to their family, all for you. Oh my word. What is the word of advice? Pride. Ooh, Scorpio. It looks like you're gonna be telling this person that they're stupid. Like, why would you do that to your family? No, I never told you that we would be together. Ooh, this doesn't feel like same sex. It doesn't. But for some of you, yes, hearts are going to be broken. The person who sacrifices their family because they're not allowed to have interracial connections, the hot tea is, Scorpio, is that you blasting this person out and saying, hey, I never said that we would have a higher level of commitment. You're just my third party. That's it and that's all. They're going to say, oh, okay, you're not my only one either. So it just feels like, what do they call that? Where you get a taste of your own medicine. Is when Scorpio goes to clarify things up with the third party and gets the hot news, is Scorpio's primary going to still be around? Patience. It's up in the air. Yeah, they are. They put too much commitment into this connection, your primary. So you have some decisions to make, Scorpio. Let me get another spread when it comes to who you want to be with. But it just looks like your third party has someone else, and that's the hot tea. If you don't choose a third party, the third party is gonna say, "So what? I got somebody too." Just to let you know. So brace yourself. Act surprised when they tell you. Don't be like, "Yeah, SGL told me this." Don't tell them what I told you. Okay? Don't do that. All right, this is in reverse. Will you choose me is coming in reverse? And sometimes I wonder if you care. Oh my. Water energy here. So you have to stop clinging on to pouring out your heart when really that's not how you feel. So Scorpio, please don't take this wrong, but you're being asked to stop acting to get your way. You don't have to do all of the emotional stuff anymore to get your way. All right? You don't have to shed a tear to get your way. And you're being asked to stop begging. And that's it and that's all. Stop begging. Moving forward. What are the messages for Scorpio? Scorpio, calm. Yeah. Scorpio, work on your anger. Work on your emotions. Mindful. All right. If you're not feeling too well, if you're not in the mood, if you have nothing nice to say, stay calm. Be mindful. All right. Um, as we get older, our bodies change. Okay. And so be mindful of that too. Clarify these two. Obliviousness. Yeah, you gotta be considerate of how everybody else feels. Okay. Scorpio. Scorpio, you gotta be mindful of other people. Okay. Work on that. No one's required to be loyal to you when you are not being nice. What other messages do you have for Scorpio? So you're being asked to let go of your shadow self because your shadow self is not nice. Not nice at all, Scorpio. Suppression, fear, and regret is on the table here. No, there's nothing blocking your way but your shadow self. And be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself and forgive yourself. You're going to have to forgive yourself on an ongoing basis. It's not that you disappoint people, you disappoint your own self, Scorpio. Moving forward, what are the messages you have for Scorpio? Your shadow self has a stronghold on you. You may need to do a cleanse, Scorpio. All right. Get out of being by yourself. You have single, witchcraft, soulmates, oh, adrenaline, family, decision. Oh, and clown. I can't stand clowns. I'm telling you, every time I tell someone, if I tell a person that they act like a clown, I don't know what it is, but their clown behavior is revealed to me. It doesn't happen right away. It happens in segments. It allows me to see who they are. Okay, when it comes to what you're clinging on to, you need to decide what you like. Okay. Now, when it comes down to this witchcraft, it's just the level of intimacy. Clarify this witchcraft. Call. Yeah, you need to stop having sex with people because that is messing the connections up. So that you'll be able to know, does someone really like you for you? Because you can get sex anywhere. And you're clinging on to wanting a level of commitment. And you keep disappointing yourself. You're entertaining people who are suitors. It's just you, for some reason, have these encounters and they do not end well. So, a Scorpio, practice not having sexual encounters. Experience the adrenaline without sex. Can you do that? For those of you who are not dealing with in a relationship, your prayer has been answered. And whatever witchy poo that was done in the background, your soulmate is coming through. And you know it's them because you'll feel flutters in your chest cavity. You'll feel nervous. You'll feel a hot sensation. You'll feel welcomed. You'll be able to be yourself. What's clinging on to you is the person that you had intercourse with. They're going to make a fool of themselves because by them seeing someone accept you, love on you, respect you, and treat you for you, it is going to draw this person into acting ridiculous, and they're going to put on a show. They're going to put on a show. Clarify this clown. So this could be an ex or a person you had a one night stand with. Lost. Yeah. It has nothing to do with them wanting you back. It has to do with them seeing if they can get you back. How do I say it? It's like okay, Scorpio, say me and you had sexual encounters and you're no longer dealing with me. And now I see you with someone new. Now I want to come back around because I want to see if I can get you back. And if I get you back, I have no intentions of being with you. My whole intention was to get you because I don't want you with anyone else. I don't care what you do, but you're not allowed to be with anybody. Influences. Yeah. Whoever your ex is or whoever it is that you had a sexual encounters with, um, they're insecure. Okay. Very childish. They don't have a lack of direction. And the only thing that you guys have in common is sexual encounters. But you have someone here, if you can, you're being asked to stop to stop being sexually active and actually experience a connection, a real heated connection that is true love. Scorpio, new message. Whoever you had sexual encounters with, you are unable to move on. This person has someone else. They have a family now. And just leave the person alone. You're making a fool of yourself. I'm not really worried about the witchy poo stuff. All right. Outcome message. Outcome message. The Hierophant and the King of Cups, being a rebel, all for love. But you got to stop being emotional. If you're grown, Scorpio, if you want to sleep and you want to have sex and you want to be sexually active, do what you want to do. But don't get attached. Goodness. You get attached. And you become a sensitive. Then you become emotional. And then you start acting like a clown. Stop it. Give me Six of Wands, progress. You'll do better. Three of Pentacles. Polyamorous may work for you. It's a hidden desire that you don't realize that that's what you need. It's like say for instance you've never practiced Kama Sutra, and you start practicing and you realize you like it and you start getting deeper into it. It's kind of like that. It's like trying something that you know nothing about, and then you start incorporating it. Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Let me see. Hello. Yeah. Wait. Are you busy? Hold on. Well, can you answer in like 2 minutes? Answer. Okay. All right. Anywho, the Queen of Swords. You need to go on a diet, and let me tell you what diet you need to go on. A sex diet. No more sex. No more sex. Overall. King of Pentacles. Boom. And there's the value. There you are. Now, but the King of Pentacles, okay, it's I don't care what gender role you are. This is owning who you are, owning your shit. You the shit. Okay? You own your square or your circle, however you want to put it. But you are in position. Okay? It says you are confident and successful. This is the outcome. Okay? Once you stop clinging on to what we discussed in your session. All right. I will keep this live available to you, Scorpio. You're able to come back and reference to it whenever you need. Okay. I will be back on here tonight after I submit my homework tonight. I have some assignments I need to do. I think I may finish the remaining zodiac signs and then do what I need to do, but I do want to answer this reserve call that I want to return. But you are confident and successful, finding many opportunities. This is the outcome to attract and manage wealth. You've achieved great things and can finally say you've Preach the pinnacle of your achievements. Sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, Scorpio. And you should know what that means. Give me an angel guide message for Scorpio. I heard in the ethers, she be reading the shit out of them cards. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you. And I say that with pride, for real. Shoot. When I accepted this assignment, I said, God, okay, all right. But listen, I'm a God-fearing woman, and my family don't believe in tarot reading and things like that. So, it is not easy to be at the forefront, especially when something is taboo. Your angel guide message is surrender in holy love and trust the universe, Scorpio. Okay. Whatever you're called to do, no one can take that from you, Scorpio. Period. Whatever version you want to be today, be that. Don't worry about yesterday. You can start anew every minute, every hour. That's up to you. But you need to surrender your power, okay? Because you're clinging on to your shadow energy, and your shadow energy is not serving you good. The universe has something aligned for you to position you where you need to be so that you can operate in this King of Pentacles. Okay? Let me read to you this trust the universe. Scorpio, my water sign. Oh, I just thought about something. It's none of your business, Scorpio. It has nothing to do with you. Hold on. Scorpio. Scorpio. This is what it says. Although your faith may be challenged now, trust the universe. There is a reason for some of the experiences you've been going through recently. There are no coincidences in life, and everything is unfolding perfectly according to divine plan. Positive opportunities are coming your way, Scorpio. Trust in the process and the path that you are being led down. You will know it is the right path when you experience synchronicities and other signs and wonders. These are messages reminding you to trust the universe. All right, Scorpio, I love you. Don't forget love is kind. And don't forget love is gentle. If you don't resonate with this session, I really do appreciate that you showed up. You can definitely check out the other zodiac sign readings. Also, if you don't see it in the live tab, look where it says upload. There, I go back and forth. All right. Also, you can check the SGL Tarot Podcast, and there's readings there for you, your individual zodiac sign readings and your collectives. I love you, Scorpio. I'm here to serve you, and I want you to be successful here on life. I said here on life, living life here on earth. All right. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle, Scorpio. Until we meet again.